Hello, welcome to the TMR podcast, the best podcast for movie news, reviews, and much, much more. And please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel with the bell notification. And thank you very much. Please enjoy the first episode. Welcome to the TMR podcast. Today I have someone very special here with me on the month of love, February. I have a internationally known singer and a personal friend of mine. Unfortunately, I couldn't get him on, so I got Phum Viphurit on instead. So hi, Phum.
Hello, them. Hello, them. You're such a good friend. Yeah. Hello, everybody. Hello, it's me, Phum. Hi.
Yeah, so I think as a first guest, I think that I met Phum 7 years ago, was it already?
I think it was 2014, like late 2014 we met.
Bloody hell, mate, it's been such a long time.
Yeah, it's been six and a bit years, I think. Yeah.
It's gonna be 7 soon, 7 in like April or May or something.
Yeah, I don't know how I should feel about that, but
You should feel fantastic, because I'm a fantastic friend. And
okay. Yeah, if you say so. Yeah.
No. No, but I think I've known Phum for quite a long time, and he means a lot to me deep down. Before the world called him lover boy or the man child or whatever the hell you want to call him, I called him Phum. Before that, I think he was called Phum Viphurit, but now he's just his first name and also his first name. I mean, I don't really get that as well.
I don't get it either, bro. I just went with it.
Oh, well. Anyways, I think first of all, I'd like to thank you for being on possibly the shittiest podcast that you could possibly be on. I currently have 0 subscribers in all formats, but hopefully
that's good to know.
That's going to change very soon. And so today, as I said before, it's Valentine's Day. Well, it's not Valentine's Day; it's Valentine's month, and we're going to talk about love. Because we're going to talk about rom-coms back in the day, rom-coms nowadays, romantic dramas, and everything love. So please, if that's for you or Phum Viphurit is for you, I highly doubt I'm for you, but if I am, then please click the subscribe button and press the notification bell. Okay, so Phum, I'm going to begin with you.
Hello.
So basically, give me a bit of intro to yourself. I mean, not that the world needs any, but just why you love.
Okay.
I mean, why did you pursue film and music?
Again, my name is Phum. Hello again. My name is Phum.
Hi, Phum.
Why did I pursue music and film? In high school, I think I took media studies in year 11, and I got really into like the production of videos, shooting events like athletics day and like musicals at school and all that. I thought it was really fun to be able to kind of sequence things together and make people get a reaction from people. So that eventually led to my interest in film. When I came back to Bangkok for university, I went to Mahidol University International College. That's where I met Them, and we took film production together for 4 years. And yeah, here we are talking about film. Film is cool, man. I feel like it's timeless, even though it feels like it's dying a bit with all the streaming platforms coming up and theaters going away slowly. I feel
That's true, bro.
Film is still film. Like nothing's gonna change moving picture. Yeah.
I agree with you. I mean, that's basically our major and our it's what we learned in a nutshell, that cinema is cinema, and regardless of I think with the whole HBO Max thing releasing all their stuff online, and I think Disney Plus as well, Netflix, it's cinema's slowly dying with everything just becoming more convenient, but who knows? I think once everything gets better, it'll slowly. I mean, I don't think you can. I don't think you can experience some movies just like on the screen, on your laptop or on your TV. Like some things need to be seen in IMAX or a theater with popcorn or with a lot of people cheering or whatever the hell.
Yeah, I agree with that. Because I feel like when it's like at the comfort of your own home, it's you kind of take it for granted and you kind of watch and you do something else. You're not really fully there in the moment of the film. That's just for me, because whenever I watch Netflix in my studio now, I feel like, a good 5 minutes, I'll be on my phone already, and I'm not really fully focused on it.
I know what you mean.
Maybe it's just me, but I feel a lot of people may be going through that right now.
Yeah, I think the world's going through that right now. Like even in Thailand, where it's like it's more. I mean, people are more brave to go to the cinema, and it's obviously allowed. It's not against the law like in some countries, but I still think it's kind of like fearful for people to go into movie theaters right now, especially with no new like big releases. Like Disney and all that stuff are halting their stuff, and HBO Max is like, ooh, Wonder Woman and all that stuff. But let's not dive in too deep to that, and let's get into the whole romantic movies. So why do you love romantic movies, Phum?
Why do I love romantic films? I think I like to think of myself as a somewhat romantic person in terms of love, in terms of how I dig deeper into things than the usual person maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Love is a wonderful feeling.
I mean, Jesus. Okay.
Yeah, and to see that portrayed in film in a genuine way, and to make you watching people, even though fictional and like obviously fake, fall in love can, I don't know, it makes you really happy. I'm trying to simplify how I feel about it, and it's, I don't know, it's hard to describe, bro. Some people really like it. Some people don't like romantic films because, but for me, I feel like it captures what ultimately everybody wants. Everybody wants to be loved, wants to be in love, wants to have that other person, in their life, and I guess that's why I like them. I like romantic films.
All right. I mean, I think I agree with you. One point there. I think that you are like kind of a romantic person. I mean, you're. If you don't know Phum already, which I highly doubt, but if you don't, then he has many songs that portray love in a, there's a Lover Boy, which is his most famous one, and I don't know why he has trust issues, but I guess we'll find out today.
Yeah.
But
guess we'll find out.
No. I think most of Phum's music is for me at the very least, lyrically and as a friend, I do support him, and most of his music videos as well portray love in a very I wouldn't say idealistic, bro, but I'd say like lovey-dovey fantasy sense. I mean, most of your color grading or somewhat is like that. Shout out to Little B Lad.
Okay.
But
I can see how you interpret it like that. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah. Of course, there's more somber songs, and there's also more like heartbreakish songs. But all in all, I think you're basically it's easy for you to have like fangirls, if you know what I mean. They would, because like fangirls, especially in Thailand, they would picture themselves, like for you singing straight to them, and then when they meet you in person, you're this super down to earth guy, and you're like, oh, hello, and then with like sometimes you'd wear like the Scooby-Doo onesie or whatever the hell you guys do nowadays, but but you know what? Yeah. So I think if the people haven't switched off already after Phum's opinion, but why I love romantic comedies or romantic films is, I think also I too identify as a romantic person. Although
really,
is
that true?
It is true, bro. It is true, and although my face does not, maybe portray that or suggest that in such a sense, but I think that, I've been raised with that kind of thing. I think we were growing up in the years more so that all these romantic comedies were coming out, like all the.
I think we grew up
man.
in like the golden age of rom-com.
The absolute golden age, bro. Yeah.
They don't make them the same anymore. I feel like they don't sell the same. Maybe that's why.
Exactly, bro. Like, okay, we can get that into that later because that's also a very important topic.
Sorry, I jumped the gun. I was very excited to hop on every topic.
Oh man, all right. Wait, so. Ooh,
hello.
Please.
Okay, go on.
So yeah, I'm just gonna start off. I think what you just said regarding the, they don't make him like they used to. So you can elaborate on more on that, and then I think I'll discuss that too. Like why?
For me, it's I don't know why they don't make them the same. I don't have the exact reason, but I feel like the rom-coms that I see, let's say on Netflix, are more like targeted towards teens now.
I agree.
Something like Love, Simon, or what's that one with? I just don't see him. Like back in the day, you used to get all the A-listers. Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Who else? Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore. What's her name? Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah, Reese Witherspoon.
All that stuff.
Julia Roberts. Like everybody. Yeah. Those were like the people who were at the forefront of rom-coms, and maybe it's because they've aged and the audience has aged with them. That's why you don't really see those. I would say like the classic rom-com structure films anymore. But I'm not too sad about it. But it's like it's had its time. Maybe that's how I feel.
I see.
Yeah.
I think that's a very interesting point. And then I'm gonna try and argue like that. I mean, of course, I can't pinpoint as to why that there's like less like of that nowadays, or at the very least less that we do find like relatable or enjoyable. I feel that as I said, we've aged through quite an era where back in the day, like you'd see stuff like I'm trying to think of examples like Notting Hill or Love Actually, all that stuff. It was in an era where they still had like mobile phones. Communication. Or like the guy would have to go to the girl's house and beg for forgiveness, or vice versa. It wouldn't be like text message like you'd see nowadays. And then like I feel that the reason why it got less popular as time went by, because like cliches, right? Yeah. Like you'd see almost every rom-com movie, regardless of whether it was new or old or whatever. It was really like by the books. It was boy meets girl or girl meets boy. The boy's a bit nerdy or the girl's a bit nerdy, and eventually they fall in love. They have one argument and then they kiss on top of a mountain or landmark somewhere, and it'd be like this whole idealistic painting of love, which is not what we see nowadays. Maybe back when back then it was more idealistic that boy and girl would end up together, but now it's like much more complicated with technology or with culture nowadays, just being more nowadays. Yeah, go on.
I feel you on that one. Perhaps with all these technological advances, people are changing. I honestly don't think people can change how they feel about love and all that. Maybe it comes easier because you can now just send a message to every girl you want to hit on. I don't know how to explain it, with all the reasoning and all that, but I do kind of resonate with what you're just saying. Like everything is much more fast, much more instant when it comes to love, and maybe you lose that sort of like slow, romantic, like human interaction that people used to have back in the day. Making us sound very old. We're not that old, but I get what you mean.
Still pretty young for our age. I mean, especially me.
Pretty young for our age.
Because I I'm like 1 year younger than you, aren't I?
Yeah,
You're
1996.
I'm a 1996 kid. You're a 1995
Yeah,
kid.
I'm a 95 kid. Yeah.
Woohoo! You're old.
Woohoo! Woohoo!
Man, you're turning 26 this year. Damn.
I know. Oh my God.
That's a footballer like on the way to his prime. How do you feel about that, man?
I don't know, man.
Your body's decaying from the inside.
It's like the beginning of the decay, apparently.
Yeah.
I don't feel that old. You know. I don't. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I mean, for your music, I hope you have like a 20-30 year career. And
whoa.
Yeah, but
by
God,
then, that's a long time.
I hope like you don't have to do like it's not gonna be like I don't know, because nowadays people are sort of into indie rock or indie pop. I'd say I don't know. I'd say you're between that. Indie rock. No, not indie rock. Sorry, just more so indie. Like the latest one. Was the latest one Hello Anxiety or Loverboy? Shout out
like
to Rat's Records before I get
that
sued.
vibe. Yeah, that vibe of music is popular right now.
Yeah.
You're correct.
Like I totally understand why like it blew up the way it did, and yeah, even like I would even listen to Phum's the Loverboy song, but usually I listen to covers because I couldn't stand his voice. But no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I think also romantic movies, like back in the day, I feel like it was something new, because don't forget that the 80s was still like a very blockbuster-ish era. You know what I mean? It's even the 90s was dominated by Jurassic Park. Terminator 2.
Everything is very. I think everything like movies back then, especially like 80s, 90s, very larger than life.
Yeah, so, larger than life. Exactly.
Woo,
Exactly. Like I feel that after all the extravagant dinosaurs and whatnot, like I guess people just wanted to see an idealistic look on love. That's why into the 2000s they made like 55,000 of them. And like there's so many.
Like I feel like movies became a lot more grounded in the 2000s. I feel, especially like with these romantic films, they were about more like, even though they were kind of a bit like Hollywood and pretty idealistic, pretty like traditional romantic movie arc, but it was a lot more like closer to home, I feel.
Yeah, definitely. And I feel, as you said, like in a sense of that, we can discuss that the personal touch. I feel like it really was personal back then. Like they wouldn't use like a really cheap plot device to do this, to solve the conflict in the movie. Like usually nowadays it's just like the boy texts the girl texts the boy. It was a misunderstanding, something like that. But back then it was just like go to her house and then she rejects you like 50 times. Just okay. For example, I watched Forrest Gump this morning. Well, no, not watched, but I saw some clips. And then okay, that's not a rom-com. It's Forrest Gump. But the whole movie is basically just him with like Jenny, and Jenny's like such a bad influence. But he will do anything.
I hate Jenny. Like Jenny was so cold to him. Jenny, like she just used
Jenny's
him.
Jenny's a bitch, dude.
Jenny, you can't manipulate Forrest like that. Like I'm still very mad at Jenny.
Yeah,
but I did cry. I did cry when she died. She came to her senses, and then she died.
like don't you think it's a bit weird then, like, oh, I have Hep C, I choose you now. I'm like, whoa. Didn't have to put that.
When you put it like that, when you put it like that, it sounds so bad. Like, I have Hep C now.
Maybe it's the cynic in me, man. I mean, because Forrest is such a nice dude, and Tom Hanks himself is such a nice, like, lovable actor and all that stuff. So you really feel for him. But I think okay. Also, back in the day, you'd see stuff like Notting Hill. How do I pronounce it? Like Notting Hill or like Notting Hill. I don't know. But
Notting Hill.
You'd see
Notting
like
Hill.
it's just. Pardon?
I said Notting Hill.
No.
I just said Notting Hill, mate.
I'm sorry, mate. I'm sorry. I didn't hear you. But yeah. You get stuff like that where it's like, okay, that was one of the first movies of its time to have, larger than life. It's just a normal British dude, like crushing on this huge Hollywood star, with like his friend that wears, I don't know, was it goggles and stuff?
Yeah.
And then it's just like it's selling the dream. It's selling the dream, and then like anything is sort of possible, and people love that, and heck, I loved it too. And back in the day, they'd also have like 90s and 2000s. It was the time for like really cheesy but somewhat catchy romantic songs in the soundtracks.
Yeah.
Like
that's true.
Notting Hill had When You Say Nothing at All, and what's the Kiss Me?
Yeah, Sixpence, None the Richer. It had Ain't No Sunshine. It had She. Had so many good songs. Like I remember that soundtrack so well from my childhood because the music made me remember the movie really well. It complemented each other.
Yeah, bro, and that's another thing. Like I feel that nowadays, like if you watch the Netflix movies, like the Netflix romantic comedies, they're really disposable in the sense that they use really pop music. It's just okay. They get like one Weekend song, or they'd get like one, I don't know, Katy Perry song, and then they just mesh it together. They won't try to create anything memorable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that's also something that's gone away. But it's also that subvert expectations. You know what? In the term of that sentence is like what I think it was the Game of Thrones people came up with when they disappointed like millions of fans worldwide. Yeah, but I feel that there's so far you can go with romantic comedies. How to subvert your expectations. Like with blockbusters or with that, you can still somewhat surprise people, but with subvert expectations in the sense of rom-coms, like where do you go? There's only he ends up with the girl or he doesn't end up with the girl. But there's also like more. Okay, you can discuss.
Yeah, I guess why like we don't see like those types of 2000s movies anymore. It's because like people got used to it. Like you said, everybody knows. Eventually they end up together, and it's just like, yep, happy ending, and all that. And I guess the formula got old, man. Like it just got old. I feel.
Exactly.
I think a movie.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like I feel like a good film to that kind of bridges that gap between like traditional and to like the new age of like rom-coms is 500 Days of Summer.
Who's most favorite of all time? Oh man.
I wouldn't say it's my favorite romantic film, but I feel like it's
getting there.
It's not a happy ending. Let's just say that. It's
Yeah, I remember that.
And it does play with a man's like vision of ideal love. And how that isn't really attainable in real life, because not everybody who you think is perfect for you is actually right for you. That's what I got from the film. And yeah, it was such a nice bridge between like did it come out in like 2010s, like right 500 Days of Summer,
2009, 2010, something like that.
Yeah, 2010s, and it's it's such a good coming of age film for me.
Yeah. It's actually one of the films that I noted down that we talk about, because because there's so many sequences in the film where it'd be like fantasy, like Joseph Gordon-Levitt, is it? Yeah, he'd break in a song and
yeah, Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
But I hated Summer.
Yeah.
I hated Zoe Deschanel because of that.
I didn't hate her because I like Zoe Deschanel. Yeah,
of course you did.
She is really cute.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it's a good transition into romantic films in the modern era. So, are there any that comes to mind that stands out for you?
You want me to name my top 5?
Yeah, let's. Okay, sure. Let's just get there. Um,
Um, Top 5, like I'll do both modern and not so modern. Like
sure, sure.
Notting Hill has to be one of my favorites because it's just
Hey,
the soundtrack,
yeah.
acting,
Woo.
Julia, voila, perfect combination. And then there's another one with Ashton Kutcher. I'm not sure if you know it. It's called A Lot Like Love.
Yes, yes, I
See
do.
the other one? It's like it traces, basically it's like these two people in different periods of the time, how they keep meeting each other and eventually they end up or may not end up together. It's a really good film, really good soundtrack again. Later ones that I enjoy, what's it called? There's this one with Topher Grace and Teresa Palmer.
Wait.
Wait, I'm really
Take
into
Me Home
Teresa
Tonight,
Palmer.
right?
Yeah. There's one called Take Me Home Tonight.
Oh, yep, I remember that.
That one's not so popular, and like it didn't get like really good reviews with the critics and all that. But
I really liked it.
I really resonated with it. Like just having crushed on someone in high school, and being such a wimp and not saying anything until you graduated, and then you just drifted apart forever. And that movie's about a guy who, he's always been sort of like a coward, and then he meets the girl of his dreams at like a party, pretends to be someone else, and then things unravel. It's really fun film, wholesome. Yeah.
Right.
I just saw Blue Jay today. I haven't finished it. Blue Jay, Blue Jay?
No, I don't.
No, it's on Netflix. Check it out. Black and white film. So far, it's really good. And another one that I think is a great modern romantic, not really comedy. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Yeah, Michel Gondry. It's so bittersweet, but it's Charlie Kaufman, and he writes really.
Charlie Kaufman, bro.
Yeah, it's really psychologically deep, I would say. Yeah, that's I would say top 5 that comes to my mind right now. Yep.
Yeah, I'd shoot some honorable mentions for myself as well, because I think there are quite a few that I'll list here, some old, some new, and some Thai, because
okay,
we're Thai, and and I think that there were quite a few back in the day that was really. Have you watched Guan Mun Ho?
What?
Guan Mun Ho.
Guan Mun Ho.
Guan Mun Ho.
Yes, หนังไทย GDH.
หนังไทย
GTH.
Yes. Hello,
GTH
stranger.
when it was still GTH.
GDH.
Yeah.
The golden age.
Yeah. Guan Mun Ho was so funny. It was so good.
Yes.
And I really enjoyed รถไฟฟ้ามาหานะเธอ Chris Hawang, Ken Tiradet. Yeah, that's a really good one.
Damn.
You know that one?
All
you must know that.
Memories bringing back. Yeah.
And then of course, Fan Chan.
Fan Chan's always a classic. I think it's our generation's like ทุกคนต้องดู everyone has to watch it.
For
Fan
sure.
Chan, for my English viewers, if we do have any, but is
it's on
translated
Netflix.
to My Girl.
Yeah, My Girl.
My Girl. Not the one where the Home Alone kid gets stung by bees and dies, but this one, the Thai one. Yeah, and another one that I would say deserves a good mention is 50 First Dates, bro. I think that was one of Adam Sandler's best films like ever.
Yeah. You know what I remember from that
shit.
film?
Yeah.
I just remember Rob Schneider. He plays this stoner, like Hawaiian friend. Like he's always playing some sort of like foreign friend. Yeah, I just remember Rob Schneider. Yeah, but hey, good film. I need to watch that again actually. Yeah.
The part where he tries to, I think he loves the dolphin or something. He wants a relationship with a dolphin. I don't remember exactly as well. But he's messed. I mean, he's always in these Adam Sandler movies as like the one weird ass friend. Like until the point where
and
like
he's always like,
I'm
yep. He's always like, Rob is always like, yeah, I'm gonna play that guy. I'm just like, yeah, cool.
It's just like when you go into Rob Schneider's office, he'll be like, yes, but I haven't. Yes, just get out. Yes. Yeah, and then another one that I would like to mention is I think you would love this one too. It's the Before Sunrise.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
trilogy
more of a
or the first
romantic
movie?
drama, more so than less of a romantic comedy.
Yeah. It's
It's just
I
two
don't know,
people
like-
talking.
it's just two people talking like most of the time about nothing really relevant.
No, not at
It's
all.
just like-
Not at all. Like at first,
just
I
two
hated it.
people-
I was like, "This is some bull."
But it's kind of like how people would flirt in real life if they had just met.
That's
Like,
true.
I
That's
can
true.
I think that's why so many people love it, because that's how people would talk if you're really into someone. Talk for the sake of talking, just to be closer to someone, and that's like, the film to go to.
Exactly. And something more recent, I'd say. Have you seen About Time? About Time's also really good.
Yeah. With the guy who plays the evil general from
Hux.
Star Wars.
General Hux.
Yeah, him.
Yeah, man. He's in every movie ever.
Yeah.
He was in Harry Potter as well.
Yeah, Rachel McAdams as well. Yeah.
Yes, Rachel McAdams, and that was really sweet. I loved About Time. It was one of the good ones from the 2010 era onwards.
Yeah. Correct. I agree.
Yeah, I think also the music in that it was by another band, but then Ellie Goulding sort of made it popular. Because How Long Will I Love You?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And
Okay.
another one that sort of defines like 2014 or 2014 to 2016 or 17 in a nutshell is probably The Fault in Our Stars. I mean,
Okay.
John
Green.
After that, they had so many heartbreaking, tragic
Yeah,
movies where the
yeah,
boy,
yeah,
the girl has a
yeah.
disability.
Yeah. Did you read the book before you watched the film?
Yes, I did read the book.
Ooh. Yeah, me too. So I had a lot of expectations going in. I was like,
And
the book was really good.
Were you impressed at the end?
I think I don't think they could have done it any better, to be honest. Like some parts they skipped because obviously a book is more detailed and it's long.
Yeah.
But I think the overall feeling, the performance of Shailene Ansel, is his name Ansel?
Ansel Elgort, yes.
Ansel Elgort. Such good performances. Like kudos to them. And
Yeah.
I cried both reading the film.
I cried too.
Reading
I
the
cried.
film, watching the film, and reading the book.
Oh wait, you cried while reading the book too?
Yeah.
Oh,
Not
damn.
not like a cry, like just like, oh man.
No, I was like,
like not that kind of cry, but I was really like teary eyed, and I was like, man, like words on paper can make you feel this much.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
and
John Green.
I think it's this generation's The Notebook. Like I haven't seen The Notebook. I know a lot of people have seen The Notebook, but I haven't seen it. And like apparently every single time anyone watches The Notebook ever, they all just like bawl their eyes out at the end, like I don't know whether it happened with you or not, but I mean I guess it's something for another time. And I think something also that I want to talk about is the most recent Netflix ones. I want to know your opinion on mainly two franchises, which are going to be trilogies. I think it's the name is coming to me. To All the Boys I've Loved Before, and The Kissing Booth. Have you watched any of that?
No.
No, bro. Bro.
This section won't work. Then you have to change the topic right now.
No. My
Have you seen
podcast is going wrong.
Have you seen Malcolm and Marie?
The one with Zendaya and John David Washington, right?
Yeah. I just saw that.
No, that looks
you should
like-
watch that.
That looks too realistic.
It's not like a romantic film, but the whole thing surrounds like their kind of like toxic romance, and you basically watch two people fight for 2 hours.
Yeah, that's
and it's
exactly
like,
what draws me.
I feel like, and it feels like I've had this conversation before with someone, a significant other. And, I think you would enjoy it because it's about like a really egotistical director and his girlfriend. Yeah.
Thank you. I mean, I don't know how to take that, but thank you for that. No. But
Give it a watch.
yeah,
Give it a
Netflix
watch.
comes up with this every like what month? Every other month.
To all the boys I think it's the one that's like
It's the
been
one with,
advertised right now, right?
I don't know his name. Noah Centineo, the guy who looks like Mark Ruffalo but stretched taller.
I have no idea what that looks like. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the
Skinny
other
Mark.
one, the kissing booth, is like really like a 50-50. Because like I think To All the Boys I Loved Before, the first one was really well received. Everybody loved it, thought it was so cute, all that stuff. I was like, it's alright. It's sort of
Maybe you feel like that because you're not the target audience, and you're kind of
exactly.
You're not at the age to fall for every like romantic thing anymore. Maybe.
I understand.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's also like some of the acting. Okay, I know that one thing Netflix does right with these the romantic comedies they make is that they make them somewhat aesthetically nice to look at. Like the color grading is so pink and like hazy, like a dream. But then like and the acting is just mid-range to decent or whatever.
Okay.
But I feel like it's less of a draw for the big boys, for the big girls as well. Like the people or actors they don't want to star in these things anymore because they don't get enough recognition or they don't get paid or they don't. I mean, I think it's not challenging enough for them, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, but these two are the main ones on Netflix right now that is like really big amongst the teenage demographic.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
I've seen them on, like I've seen the thumbnails, but
yeah,
just never interested me to like click.
That is good on you, dude. I mean,
yeah.
I've watched two of them. I'll have to finish the trilogy.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if it's good. I mean, like I feel like I should give it a shot for being someone who used to be a fan of really romantic films, but
yeah.
I don't know the thumbnail and like just the age of the actors. You can tell it's like a teenage sort of like, made for teenagers. And I don't feel like a teenager anymore.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Right. So basically now it's basically time to rank our top 5 in a precise 5, 4, 3, 2, 1
Okay.
structure.
Yep.
And then the way we're gonna go is I'll list my 5, and then your 5, and then my 4, and then your 4, and then
Okay, you go first.
Okay, so basically my 5th one is relatively new. I like it for the cultural importance of it all, and it's also really well made. It's actually Crazy Rich Asians. I thought it was.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was. It's one of the first like mainstream Hollywood all Asian casts. Romantic comedies.
Yeah.
I think it represents Asian culture for the first time, not from a white people perspective like Eat Pray Love did. I'm sorry for those who enjoyed that movie, but yeah.
Oh no, Julia.
Julia Roberts meditating in Bali or whatnot.
Okay, good pick.
Yeah, I think it's also the performances were great. Michelle Yeoh and Constance Wu, or I like to call it constantly Wu, but it's also very good.
Ken Jeong is in it, right?
Who?
Ken Jeong.
Ken Jeong, yeah, he was in it. He was the dad, and Awkwafina was in it too. So she's great.
Awkwafina is in that.
Yeah, I think like Asian representation is getting more popular in Hollywood, and we're gonna have Shang-Chi or something later this year as well, which is Marvel's also all Asian cast.
Oh yeah.
And so
Minari is coming out, right, with Steven Yeun.
Man.
Minari,
Yeah, Minari. I really want to watch that.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah. Exactly, definitely.
Yeah.
I think that's
Don't
a war contender. Don't torrent it.
Go watch it in the theater.
I will not torrent it. I am a very, very
like I will torrent
man.
it.
I am.
No.
I do not do pirating.
We never torrent anything.
Pirating?
We
I don't. What are you talking about, Puma? The
What?
only pirates I know is Jack Sparrow.
Okay, my pick now. My pick for number 5. Yeah.
Yeah. Go on.
I pick Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Woohoo! Jim Carrey, Kate Winslet.
Jim Carrey, yes. I think it was one of the first times that I ever saw Jim Carrey act in a not Jim Carrey sort of role, and like a very serious,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
like a very serious sort of like depressed man sort of like role.
Yeah,
Just the whole dynamic between him and Kate Winslet.
Yes.
How unconventional their relationship was,
Yeah.
and just the exploration into his mind, like the moments he remembers of her, and I loved the ending very much, especially the last line of the film. I won't spoil it because some people might have never seen it, so go watch it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's an honorable pick.
You.
All right, so number four for me,
Yeah.
I'd go Love Actually.
Okay.
But
Okay.
it's actually one of the first romantic comedies I'd ever watched because growing up, I think it was my family's favorite rom-com. It was like the first big ensemble movie, I guess.
Yep.
With a bunch of different storylines and they're all so contrasting. And there's like the one with Colin Firth and a Spanish lady, I believe. And there was a language barrier there and something like that. And there's another one with Bill Nye and his agent. And then there was one couple that they were Hugh Grant and his secretary. I mean, I think that's it.
I don't really recall what happens in that film. I'm gonna have to look it up again.
Yeah. Like it was a classic, and like I don't know. For me, I feel that Love Actually is like it's definitely the first ensemble movie for rom-coms. It's the Avengers for rom-coms.
And then like it sparked like Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
all those films that came
Hollywood
after.
tried to recreate that afterwards. They
Yeah.
they were like, wait, Love Actually is good. We're gonna make Valentine's Day, and that was total crap.
Yeah.
And then New Year's Eve was somewhat decent, but still.
It wasn't as authentic or original.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was waiting for St. Patrick's Day, but that never came out.
Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah. Yeah, Hanukkah Day.
It's just Adam Sandler with Adam Sandler.
My pick. Yeah. My number 4, I think I'll go with A Lot Like Love, Aston Kutcher, and I'm not sure what the actress's name is. A Lot Like Love, you know that one?
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm trying to recall as well. It's been too long.
I like it personally because it kind of just traces the movies in like these periods when they, when they encounter each other again in life. I feel like it's all romantic films are like a kind of bittersweet. There's no real like love. It's not so like 1 + 1 = 2. There's usually very many obstacles until they eventually end up with closure, whether that's them being together or not. So yeah, I like a film with lots of challenges and love, and A Lot Like Love combined with the great soundtrack. It just it hit all the spots for me. Ooh. Ooh. What's your number 3 then?
Oh, for me, number 3 is kind of unconventional, but I'm sure if I remind you, it'll be on your list too. It's actually Her.
Okay.
Her. I think it's by far my favorite Spike Jones. Is it Spike Jones? Spike Jones, right?
Yeah, Spike Jones. Yeah.
Spike Jones. It's my favorite Spike Jones film, and then it's my favorite Joaquin Phoenix performance ever.
Yeah.
Even more so than the Joker, because people know him as the current Joker now.
Yeah.
I think that he would be like he would play the villain in Gladiator and all that stuff before, but Her was like really good, and then I feel that the cinematography that was the birthplace for Van Hoytema's career, bro.
Okay.
That movie.
That was how he broke through. Hoyt. Really?
Hoyt.
Hoyt.
Bro, we learned about this in cinematography class.
I didn't know Hoyt. Shot it. Hoyt. Okay, yeah, I agree with you. It's a more really like subtle sort of role.
Yeah.
But, like it's I feel like those roles are really hard to pull off.
And the world building too. And the world building is so good.
Exactly.
And
Don't forget how good Scarlett in that is, in that film as well. Scarlett Johansson, how she
oh my God, yes, Scarlett. Just her voice in general was like was enough for us to fall in love with the computer as well.
Dreamy.
Yeah.
Okay, I got my number 3 right here. This is my number 3. You see?
Oh snap! Oh my God! I forgot about this movie. You just made me rethink life. You evil son of a bitch.
Yeah. I wasn't actually gonna pick. I forgot completely about Lost in Translation, but Lost in Translation is my number 3.
Oh my gosh. No.
Bill Murray, Scarlett Johansson. I have a really special story. I think on my 24th birthday.
Yeah.
The 24th birthday.
Yes.
You. I was in Tokyo. I performed at Summer Sonic, the music festival, and we had told, I told them, hey, it's my birthday. I want to go karaoke at the place where they shot the karaoke scene.
Damn.
And our hosts there were so nice that they booked the exact same room that they shot the scene in, and I spent my birthday singing songs in this room. So I was geeking out. So this movie is very, very near and dear to my heart. The scenes, just meeting a stranger somewhere abroad.
Yes.
It's I don't know. It's probably me like daydreaming a lot, but it's my number 3.
Boom! You literally just made me rethink life, bro. I forgot about that movie. Now I have 2 picks
good, right?
left.
It's a good film.
And I'm screwed.
Yeah, 2 picks. 2 picks
dear
only.
Lord. That is not cool. Okay. I totally agree with you. Lost in Translation is also one of my favorites, and I'm just gonna place it.
But you didn't mention it before.
Number 2.
You forgot about it.
Yeah. I think
you
anyone
put it
who
on number
knows
2?
me knows Lost in Translation. It was Notting Hill at first, but you know what? It's my podcast. I can cheat. So it's tied. It's tied number 2. And I think I've explained enough about Notting Hill, but Lost in Translation, I think it was one of everyone who knows me knows how much I love that movie. I think it's also like you said, like the idea of meeting a complete stranger abroad and being so lost in Tokyo, and there's so many scenes that it looks over the top, like when he shoots the Suntory whiskey.
Yeah.
It looks racist. It seems racist, but it's not racist. Like, it's actually really realistic, and I kind of get
what you mean. Yeah.
I know the age gap was very like large between Bill Murray and Scarlett Johansson, but I think like there's not one scene in that movie that I don't like. It's a piece of art. It's a piece of art, dude. And that's definitely one of my favorite movies of all time. Jeez, forgot about that. Okay, damn, bro. Okay, what's your number 2 then?
My number 2, unconventional. It's Take Me Home Tonight.
Hey, Teresa Palmer.
Teresa Palmer. Those of you who didn't know, I had like the biggest crush on Teresa Palmer for the longest time. And even for I had a prom photo that I photoshopped Teresa Palmer next to me. Some of you guys have seen that. Yeah, it's pretty lame. Now that I look back, I did that to impress people.
Oh my gracious.
I don't know. I'm not sure it was the fact that Teresa Palmer was in it, or the fact that I resonated so much with the main character. How you really are fond of someone, but you never had the guts to say anything to them, and just how the arc of that man through one night, speaking up.
Yeah,
It's
I
it's it's a
definitely
really
understand that.
it's a really fun film. It's not the perfect romantic comedy, I don't
Yeah.
think, but for me, it's just it reminded me a lot of myself. That's why I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
Like, it's interesting that you raised this point that it reminds you a lot about yourself because I too was kind of I was a very shy kid in high school as well,
Yeah.
and I would be a wimp like to confess my feelings and basically that movie came out in 2010. It was like I was going through what high school, secondary, puberty,
When your hormones
and
were still overflowing, then
what?
when your hormones were still overflowing, you
I
had no
mean,
control of your
I mean,
hormones.
yes. Let's not go there. Let's not discuss hormones.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah,
Go on.
I think I resonate with that movie. Well, not as much as you do, but yeah, I was a very shy kid in high school, and that's why I guess I loved that. I liked that movie more than a lot of people did because it was really underrated. It flew under the radar quite a lot, and
Yeah,
you know,
it did.
I
It
would
did.
be
No one
such
talked
a
about it.
dork in high school.
Yeah.
so-
Yeah.
And I understand
We've all-
that.
we've all-
I understand that.
I feel like we've all been in Topher Grace's shoes.
Yeah,
that film.
Topher Grace.
At one stage of our lives before we decided to be brave and like.
Yeah, man came back from Venom to do that. It was incredible.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Number
but,
one. It's number one time. Number one.
My number one. Okay. I think you were around for this. You were around for my big fanboying of this movie.
Yeah.
And then it's until now, it's still like my favorite romantic movie of all time. Although
Okay.
it doesn't have an exactly happy conventional ending, and it's not
Okay.
like a full-on romantic comedy. It's just more like a romantic movie.
Okay.
It's actually La La Land.
Oh, I
Yes.
totally forgot about La La Land. Oh my god.
Yes, La La Land, bro. I mean, because I feel that. Well, I think there was quite a lot of hate getting. Well, at first there was a lot of praise. Remember?
Yep,
When it
yep,
was
of
like
course.
October, November, when only a few
Yeah,
people saw it.
yeah. I remember that period.
Yeah, and it was like what 9.5 on IMDb and all that stuff.
Yeah,
and critics
yeah,
were
yeah,
doing it, and then
Yeah.
it was released to the wider public, and people loved it. But
Yeah.
then it got a lot of unnecessary hate. I feel like it's like whitewashing. Why? Like it is a movie about jazz. Why is Ryan Gosling in it? It's not that good. It's like, hey, the songs aren't that catchy. Oh, I don't like it. Hey, take me back to those better movies, like The Sound of Music. Give me that. I'm like, what? Like,
Okay.
but like for me, I think that movie, it's just the ending. Okay, I was heartbroken, bro. I was depressed after the ending of that movie, because it's really realistic. Like, in order to achieve your dream, you have to sacrifice something that you know.
Yep.
And I think the epilogue scene where they recap the whole thing with the track, and they go through the ideal life. That killed me, man. That was filmmaking 101. That's why I love film. Until now, I think it got robbed at the Oscars, despite it winning 7. But I don't know. Like, for me, it was such a spectacle. It was the one and only romantic movie that I felt gave me like an experience. It's
Okay.
a cinematic experience,
Yeah.
and it's
I agree with
also
you.
really romantic.
Yeah. It's especially the sequence where you said they recap everything what could have
Yes.
happened, and like
Yes,
with
what
all
could have
the
been.
like all the choreography and all that. Like, it's not only a
Yes.
great film, it was like an ode to older musicals of the time.
Yes.
And man, like you said, it was a spectacle watching that for me. Like the
Yeah.
attention to detail.
And the stare at the end too.
Exactly. I don't think it's an overrated film at all. I think it deserves
I
some
agree.
praise. For someone
Exactly.
who enjoys both film and music, I feel like they both, complement each other so well. Yeah, I have the same feeling with movies like Begin Again, or gave me a similar feeling when I watched La La Land. I was like, oh, when Mark Ruffalo doesn't end up with Keira Knightley,
Yeah.
But
he just goes back to Catherine Keener.
goes back to his wife. Yeah. Good pick. That's a really good pick. I totally forgot about La La Land. It should be in my top 5 as well.
I mean, it's revenge for Lost in Translation, bro.
Yeah. Okay.
What's your number one?
I've already said it. Notting Hill is my number 1 rom-com of all time. Notting Hill. Yeah. I feel like it was just iconic. I remember seeing it as a really young person, young Phum, and yeah, it made me want to dream big. Made me want to fall in love.
Oh, okay.
Not in terms of like I want to fall in love with famous people or anything, but like, especially one of my favorite parts about Notting Hill is actually the supporting cast. How they're not just there to be there, but everybody.
Yeah.
Is kind of wholesome. Like the story about how Hugh Grant used to be used to date this girl, and then now his best friend is dating the girl, and all that. I just got so lost in that, you know, the moments of the film. And like I said, the soundtrack. I'm someone who really appreciates a romantic film if it has a great soundtrack. Not cheesy.
Yes.
I think, if soundtracks can go both ways. If you pick really lovey-dovey songs for the wrong times, it sounds really bad. But I feel like the soundtrack works so well in it. For me, just a personal feeling. And I feel like a lot of Korean romantic dramas, or you know, they have that sort of Notting Hill sort of like formula and all that. It's just like iconic. Like I said, bro, a lot of films are based off of that structure.
Yeah, like right before you said Lost in Translation, like I'll show you the paper. Notting Hill was like my number 1 or 2. Like, okay, you probably can't see.
Yeah.
And I switched it around at the last minute because Notting Hill was my number 1, and then I switched it around again, and then you mentioned Lost in Translation. I was like, oh god, I can't not mention that movie.
You knew I was gonna pick Notting Hill. Yeah.
One of my favorites.
Yeah. Nice.
As you said, like the soundtrack. There's she and Ronan Keating's When You Say Nothing at All. Like I think just everything about that movie was just, it made me easily one of Julia Roberts' best performances in her rather impressive career. Definitely, because she was like, mostly just acting as herself for the whole movie, but not herself.
She was herself.
Yes.
But not herself. Yeah.
Like she was playing. I don't remember the name of the character, bro. But I remember the one line that I think everyone remembers from that movie is just, "I'm just a girl standing in front of a boy, asking or telling me to love her," and then I'm like, "This is so good."
Yeah. It's cheesy now when you look back at it, but like it's it's a relic of its time. I feel like, maybe a movie with the same storyline in today's time, through today's eyes might not work as well.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. It's something that every film student should watch or film.
Exactly. Well, I think that film students go either way. They'd be people like us, where we'd be able to watch anything.
Yeah.
And like appreciate both mainstream and like more indie or artistic films.
Yeah.
And then there are like some that are full on like indie. Like they're like, does the budget go beyond like $10 million? No, I'm not watching it. or like something like that. It's just
yeah. Well, film is subjective, so
some
people want to watch something that is more, I guess, like grounded and not through like a very commercial, like studio publishing sort of system.
Yeah, exactly. And then when I sort of like put Notting Hill as my reference, I know you remember this. I put Notting Hill as my reference in one of the classes. And then I got a lot of crap for it because I was like, oh, lovey-dovey, ooh, Hollywood, ooh. But Because I feel that that's the way people perceive love now. Like that, it's so much harder than before. Yeah, but yeah, who knows? But yeah, I think fantastic number one pick and really good list.
Thank you.
Really good list, dude.
Bro.
Yeah, so I guess that that's your top five and that's my top five, and I think that we are pretty much done here for episode 1. Thank you, Phum, for being on the podcast. And would you like to, in Thai they call it ฝากผลงาน in English they call it, what is it?
Like, do you have anything going on, all that? Whenever I do interviews, this is my least favorite part. Like, do you have anything you want to advertise?
Yeah, that's the worst part, but I sort of have to plug it for the lulz.
Yeah. Again, I'm Phum. I have some songs out. Listen to them if you're bored. But please go check out some more romantic films. Check out them's podcasts, yo. Yeah.
Yes, and I'm also here to break the news that Phum is also starring in a romantic comedy of his own. No, he's not. I'm just, but
I wish.
You'd be like, even I didn't know about this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I understand, bro. But yeah, so I guess just thank you so very much for being part of the podcast. And
no worries, man.
You're
gonna have a lot of fun. You're gonna have a lot of fun editing this for sure, because it's like an hour long already.
Bro, I could go 2 hours long. I could be
Whoa.
I could be Asian Joe Rogan.
Okay, no, please don't go Joe Rogan on me. I'm really sleepy.
Yeah, I understand, man. But no, seriously, thank you very much. And
no worries, man.
Once again, don't forget to follow Phum on his social media accounts. It's Phum Viphurit. And
right
Spotify also, Phum Viphurit. And myself, I'll be on Spotify, YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, please click the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell and wait for the next episode weekly. And yeah, thank you, Phum, and I hope to see you again in another capacity at some point if you don't hate me already.
Yeah, Barrymore, thank you for having me.
Thanks, bro. Thank you. And happy Valentine's month, I guess.
Yep.
Thank
Happy
you.
Valentine's.
Thank you very much.
All right. Signing off. Peace.
Peace.